Alright, so pardon the background noise. I have a hose drying and I have a fan set up to sort of speed up that process. So yeah, you're just gonna have to deal with that. So in front of me is probably the greatest $20 I think I've ever spent. Ever since I got it, it's been my daily driver. So it's been about 6 months. Had it since September. And I you I wouldn't trade this thing for anything else. You know it, you love it. It's the bagged Sanitaire Force Quiet Clean. This one made by Electrolux. So back when Sanitaire was actually decent. Yeah, I got this for $20 at a Goodwill. It had no bag in it, and the dust bag compartment was filthy. But everything else was intact. It had no tools, and the only tools I have on it is this dual two-piece extension one. But it works. I plan on getting a proper set of tools for this and that in there eventually. But yeah, don't have the funds for it, kind of. I spent $20 on a lot of vacuums, and I think this is probably the best $20 I've ever spent. Because I've used it since I got it and got bags in it. And, Alex, aka Performance Reviews, did a video on it, and at the time there were no synthetic bags available for it, but of course, you know me. I bought the Vac America Clean versions, and they're HEPA bags, so of course they're gonna be really good at filtering, and I can't complain about it, really. It doesn't have the ability to shut off the brush roll, but that's why I had this two-piece wand and a bunch of floor heads with me. So it has great hard floor abilities with a floor head. This has a lot of suction and airflow, which is pretty hard to say about a lot of machines nowadays. Even ones with 12 amp motors don't have that much. And this is only 10 amps. It's meant for like offices and stuff, so, and like really short pile carpets, but using this in a house has been probably one of the best vacuum decisions I've ever made. It's my favorite out of like all of my clean air uprights, commercial and non-commercial. This is my favorite machine to use. It's quiet, it cleans really good, it's lightweight, it's not too complicated like some other machines you can buy like Dysons or Sharks. So it's really nice. Now it's meant for commercial environments, but it does have a HEPA filter with a nice thick gasket around it. And actually, it is, if you are an environmentalist, you might actually consider buying one of these because it is certified clean by the EPA. Has a double insulated cord, which is really long. I think it's actually longer on the newer models. But yeah, it's really good. I couldn't complain about this machine if I tried to, except for maybe the original attachments it comes with. But other than that, it's hard for me to complain about this machine. Good suction, good airflow, good cleaning abilities. I just put a new belt in it, so it'll be amazing to see how well it cleans now. It's easy to maintain. It's a lot better than than a lot of vacs I've used before. And you can actually still buy these today, and it's for the same quality too, because even though Sanitaire is not owned by Bissell, which was a dumb decision to let Bissell buy them anyways, these exact ones are still, made in Mexico, which is where Sanitaire was made when Electrolux had them. So it's still a good quality machine. Can't be said about things like the traditions, but yeah. I don't have a whole lot to say about this because it's not a whole lot to say about it. I mean, other than it's wonderful and I wouldn't choose anything else over it, kind of. So I'll give you a little demo of it. But yeah, it's quiet, it cleans great. The only thing I really had to do that was major was get a little bit of grease on that back bearing for the motor. But even then, it's still great. And if you're one of those people who don't like bagged machines because you've been told all your life that bags are not as good, which is definitely not true, they make these in bagless versions too. And you could get like all of these features with something like a Shark or a Dyson, but you really don't need all of those. A machine like this will suit you just fine. You can buy floor heads off of Sanitaire's website. You can buy any kind of floor head that would fit, because I think these take a standard 1.25" fitting. And you can buy a telescopic wand for it too, so that you don't have to buy an extra set of wands for it. So usually I just leave it off here with saying like, would I recommend you buy this machine in today's economy, and like yes or no, and features it has and what it could have. But there has to be more to this, because if you know me, you know that, or if you know this country, you know that Americans are not the brightest, like, at all. Because, I mean, why do you think Shark is still in business? But, Americans are not the brightest. I mean, that's how the country got to where it is today. Doesn't matter what side you're on, red collar, blue collar, whatever you believe in. There's still a bunch of idiots in this country, so for the partial burn, I'll take an easier, lighter blow to the people that don't understand how this machine works. First of all, it is a commercial machine, so if you do not want something with a long cord, do not go for a commercial machine. I don't know why I have to tell people this, but it is meant for places where outlets are spaced far apart. So if you do not like the length of the cord, then do not buy the vacuum. I don't think it's that hard to grasp that commercial vacuums have longer cords. Second of all, the handle here does not snap into place, even on the newer models. They are held in by 2 screws, so if the handle keeps falling off and you believe that this snaps into place, then that is on you for not reading the instructions. There should be 2 long screws that come with the vacuum in the box, and you should be able to put it in these 2 holes right here. I seriously cannot understand how people miss this, but we live in the USA, so I am not surprised. And if you do not want a bagged vacuum, do not go for the bagged version. There are bagless models available, so if you do not like bagged vacuums, then go for the bagless version. Anyways. So, Should you buy this machine in today's world? I'd say yes. It is probably one of the good clean air options that are actually budget friendly. You're not gonna throw a down payment on it like you would with a Cibo or a Miele or a Riccar, and you get a fairly decent clean for something that's a fraction of the price. The only thing I would advise though is that if you do buy this off of Sanitaire's website, I'd recommend getting a telescopic wand and a floor head with it so that you can use it on hard floors, or you can buy a Eureka Mighty Mite or Sanitaire variant so that you can also clean your hard floors. I use this and a Eureka Mighty Mite, the Boss from 1999, all of the time, and these are probably some of the best machines I have. If you do not like the 11.5 inch or the 13 inch cleaning path, you can buy models that have 15 inches of cleaning path, so it'll look kind of like that. But yeah, and if you're going to buy bags, go for the Clean Obsessed or Vac America Clean H10 synthetic HEPA bags, as they will keep your vacuum and your air cleaner and lasting a long time. Overall, I give this thing a solid 9.5 out of 10. This is one of the best machines I have. You cannot convince me otherwise. Yeah. So I'm Jack's Facts and Safety, signing off with another review. See you all in the next one.